Yes, people. Welcome back to the Magpie Channel TV. Fresh off the watch along, live match reaction. Drop your comments as well in the chat. We'll have a bit crack after it. After I've talked about it, a massive win for Newcastle United. 5 wins in a row now. What a week that has been. What a 6 days that has been. 9 points. 2-0 Man United, 5-1 West Ham, 2-1 Brentford. A monumental week. It could really be a season-defining week because Newcastle United still sit third in the league still on goal difference. Man United won at lunchtime, didn't matter. I think Spurs won. Did Spurs end up winning in the end? We were doing the watch along and we're seeing how Spurs were getting very lucky with VAR. They had loads of goals disallowed, Brighton, and controversial decisions, just like there was in the Brentford game. Yep, Spurs did win 2-1 at home with Brighton. Doesn't matter though, we're doing our job. Look at Newcastle, 3rd, 56 points, 27 goal difference. Man United, 4th, 56 points, 7 goal difference. Spurs, 5th, 53 points, 3 points behind us, 13 goal difference. And Newcastle United have a game in hand on Spurs. So we keep doing our stuff. It's in our hands. Champions League football, the stars, I can see them now. I can hear the music, the anthem. It's in our hands. It's up to us now. What is it, 9 games to go or so? It is in our hands, Champions League football. And I tell you what a comeback that is. Because that first half was absolutely honking. One of the worst first halves I've seen of us all season. Crap. Barely touched the ball. 2 shots. 0 on target. Brentford were all over us. They deserved the lead even though Nick Pope saved a penalty. Brilliant. Loved it. Newcastle kept shooting themselves in the foot. Botman was poor with lunging in. Shaw got done. Shade up front for them. Left Shaw in the shade. You know, he just completely done him on that right-hand side. VAR was in our favour for Tony's offside goal for the first one before the penalties. But after that, VAR was stitching us off left, right and centre. Because for me, Brentford going 1-0 up, the penalty, it's not a penalty for me. You know, how many times have Newcastle been shafted where Shaw got kicked in the head the other week? Longstaff gets kicked in the head every week. You know, what's going on? Isak, it is a bit rash. He does go into him. But he kicks him just above the abs, just in the chest. It's not a penalty, man. Henry's running away from the goal. He's already headed the ball high and wide. It's not a penalty. Robbed. 1-0 Brentford half-time. Anyways, it wasn't good enough. First half was not good enough. We were poor, very poor. Didn't touch the ball. I think more changes needed to be made. I thought we should have rotated more. But then, Eddie Howe actually makes some half-time subs. Now, he doesn't normally like doing that much. He doesn't like changing things too much. He makes the 2 changes at half-time. Wilson and Gordon come on, changes the formation, up top with Isak, and my goodness, what a turnaround, what a comeback. We come out that second half, chalk and cheese to the first half, completely different. We come out with energy, we come out with enthusiasm, endeavour. Jason Tyndall, mad dog, hairdryer treatment at half-time. He must have been laying into the players, hairdryer treatment. They must have been getting into them. And Bruno Guimaraes, apparently he took a knock in the warm-up. People were saying that in the watch long. Apparently, a couple of journalists tweeted that Bruno might not play. He took a knock in the warm up. It looked that way in the first half. He was way off the pace. Barely touched the ball. Slow when he got it. Second half, different story. The Bruno we know and love. He was immense. Picking up the ball, dictating play, running forward with it, covering every blade of grass. He was tremendous. I don't know what happened at half time. Do you know what I mean? Did they give him an injection? Steroids. He got jammed in the arse at half time, got the steroids, got the Lucozade, got the Jaffa cakes, and he was flying. And the whole team was. It was a different story second half. The way we came out the blocks, kudos to the players, kudos to the coaching staff, how whatever team talk was said at half time, it massively worked because we came out and we were brilliant. We were amazing, especially for the first 20 minutes. 65 minutes on the clock. We are actually 3-1 up. That gets disallowed for a Wilson handball, which is absolute nonsense. VAR rubbish again. I mean, look at it. They're saying it's handball. I thought if it was above the sleeve, it's not handball. It hits him up here. It hits his shoulder. It's the deltoid. How is that a handball? It's not a handball at all. So we get robbed there. It was a nice turn by Wilson as well. Good finish. Great to see him and Isak on the score sheet. But obviously that's one's ruled out. And then that gives Brentford a bit of confidence. It allows them to grow into the game, get a bit better, cause a couple of chances. Nick Pope, I don't know what he's doing. Like, yes, he saved the penalty, but he's doing up that sweeper keeper thing again. Made me nervous as hell. A couple of times he comes for the ball, he's flapping at it. One goes straight through his gloves at one point, hits him in the face. Jesus, what? he needs a bit erratic from Popey, but he did well save the penalty. At the end, Tony puts one over after Newcastle should have comfortably had the game wrapped up. I've got to say, I thought Gordon did very well when he came on. He was a threat. Isak, brilliant finish for the second goal. Joe Linton as well. Let's go back a little bit before we round up the chances we missed at the game, and then we'll get into your comments in the chat. Joe Linton walks through the Brentford box that they're not even there. He put the bees back in the hive, took them away, took the bees back in the hive. See you later, bees. No sting in the day. Yeah, Joe Linton just walks through, and you're thinking, right, Joe, drill it across the box, smash across in, and he just continues getting through there, meg nuts, straight through Raya's legs. Fantastic. Joe Linton scores again at Brentford. Newcastle win again at Brentford because Brentford are a very good side. Look, the first half they were great. Second half, not so much. We knocked the sting out of them, right? In that second half, the way we started it. But Brentford have only been beaten once at home before today this season. They were eighth in the league. You know, Frank's doing a good job there. Very good job, Thomas Frank. So it wasn't an easy game. Newcastle could have made it easy in the end. Wilson goes through. I had 3-1 on as well. I said it in the preview. It could have been 100 odd quid. Take the new. 3-1 Wilson slashes a shot wide. That should have went in. Elliot Anderson's got a score. Gordon, brilliant work down the right-hand side. Plays through Wilson. Lays off Anderson eventually. It's a bit too slow. Anderson just passes it. Side foots it. The keeper should have done better. Should have scored. But thankfully it didn't matter in the end. Look, a 2-1 win. 3 massive points. 5 wins off the bounce now. We're drawn for fun before that cup final. Now that's out the way. We're back to winning. We're back to being class. You know, it should have been more comfortable that second half, especially at the end, like I've said. But the character shown by the boys, the team spirit, the finishing of Isak, the work rate, second half was brilliant. Funny enough, at the end, I said Gordon had an impact. I mean, he didn't like being subbed, did he? I don't know if you've seen the game when you watch it back. Anthony Gordon, Eddie Howe had to calm him down. He was pulling him a little bit. Gordon tried to rip his shirt off. Hulk Hogan sentence at the end there. He wasn't happy about coming off. But to be fair to him, look, he was one of the best players on the pitch, and he got subbed on, then subbed on, and then the sub got subbed off. And it was pointless in a way. It's just Eddie Howe trying to waste time. He brings on Matt Ritchie, and then the whistle blows straight away. So Gordon kind of needed to understand that a little bit, but he is young, but Eddie Howe will get that into him. But I thought he was very good when he came on. The subs worked. Nice to see the subs at half-time. I like that because we should have rotated more. Byrne looked knackered, Longstaff and that, but hey, I'm telling you what a win. Let's just be positive, man. 3rd in the league, absolutely flying. Big away game next week against Villa. It's going to be difficult, but we are flying. And we were brilliant that second half. Crap first half, second half fantastic, especially the way we came flying out of the blocks. And deserved the win in the end, I think, because VAR was very dodgy today. And I'm just buzzing that we got the win. Huge win. Let me see what you are saying in the comments. There's over 52 comments waiting there. So I'll go back to the very top before I sign off for the day. I'm going to go in and enjoy this sunshine. A couple of bevies on a nice Saturday night. You know how it is. Celebrate that win. Celebrate being 3rd. Celebrate Champions League on the horizon. The Geordies enjoyed the sunshine in London today. The sun was beaming down on Brentford Stadium, and we were doing it. Isak is world class. This thingy. What a banger by Isak. Hello, Adam. I think the week off is going to do us good because we are tired. Look at 3 games in 6 days. We'll do that. But the boys deserve that bit of a rest, bit of a celebration. Anthony, the same as me. Shocking first half, great second half. What a second half performance. Well, it was a bit dodgy. I'm hearing there was dodgy decisions in the Spurs game. Dodgy decisions there, but who cares, man? We got the job done. We're still through. We're still winning. That's what it's all about. Eddie Howe, masterclass, especially second half of them subs, changing the formation. Isak finish was unreal. Renty lad, Eddie genius half time. Yeah, well, you could see it. The changes were good that were there, but they needed to happen because playing the same team, what we were thinking. But 9 cup finals left, so it is 9 cup finals left for Newcastle. Big up the super chat. Appreciate that one, Andrew Grange. Thank you very much. Do you think Villa will be a big game? I think it'll be a huge game, and I think it'll be a very hard game because Villa are hot on the heels now. Villa, everyone keeps on talking about Brentford and Brighton, but in terms of maybe pushing for Europe, Aston Villa are right up there now. Aston Villa are right behind us. I think they won today, didn't they? They were winning at half time or during the game. Villa 2-0 in the end against Forest. And that leaves Villa 6th. The Mails, well, I've seen Mails, 6 points behind Spurs. But, the way Spurs are going, when Villa getting Emery, look at getting rid of Gerrard, getting Emery, and the chance for them to get some form of European football, they're above Brighton. Brighton and Liverpool do have a couple of games in hand. But Villa, always tough Villa Park. 12:30 kick-off as well. Not really a fan of that. So, yeah, it'll be a big game. It'll be a really hard game because just Villa are on some serious form now as well. Just like us, though. Just like us in 5 in a row. Let's see what you are saying. Yeah, Brighton got robbed, apparently. I've talked about Gordon there. So rewind if you haven't seen what I've said about Gordon with that little tussle and with Eddie Howe at the end. But seeing all that. Ecuador in the building. Bolivar, however you say your name, mate. If I've butchered that, I'm sorry. Fantastic from Ecuador. Love how they are. Nearly 400 people watching this one. People in Ecuador, sorry. His name's like Bolivia. South America, you know what I mean? So smash the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already, please. Great win today. Bruno was magnificent. Second half, magnificent, definitely. Wilson Isak combo reminds of prime bar CC days. Like it. Love how they are. Prime bar CC days. To be fair, it was like, I said it in the thing where I was like, Ferdinand Shearer, which might be getting a bit ahead of ourselves, but I tell you what, it was unreal, man. They were looking brilliant. I'm glad that, we both did get on the score sheet, but got ruled out, but at least both of them can celebrate a win. And everyone can have a happy Easter in the Champions League positions. Kushti, Buffett, sentence. Kushti, Sarnies. Got to be favourites for third now. Games in hand. Nottingham Forest in the bottom 3 now, says Gary. Mad, that, isn't it? And they're saying they're sticking with the manager. That relegation battle is very interesting. I think Leicester also got beat the day now, didn't they, against Bournemouth? Bloody hell. But we can raid Leicester, like people are saying in the chat there, when they go down. Spurs game was rigged. Wilson's goal disallowed was a joke. Massive W today. Honestly, I can't be underestimated that win. Like, I mean, what I said at the start, but what a week. What an unbelievable week that is. Unbelievable. Costa del Toon today. It is like quite nice, I'd say. Thanks for that, mate. I'm enjoying it. Getting out there on the big six and stuff like that. But I'm enjoying this Newcastle side, man. This is amazing. 5 wins in a row. After the cup final disappointment, we're carrying that. I like how the players just haven't settled off because other fans, other pundits are saying we were going to fall off now. We're going to slip away. That cup final took it all out of it. We're going to fall off now. We'll finish 7th, 8th. We're flying now, man. That cup final's out of the way. Unbelievable. Absolutely unreal. So we're still there. We're still going. We're third in the league. The goal difference is well in our favour. And the next 2 games, I said this week would be season defining. We've definitely done that, 9 points. But if we can get something at Villa, even a draw would be fine. Spurs the week after at home, win that. I think it'd be hard to argue that we wouldn't get Champions League. 7 games left. It's looking good, it's looking really good. People saying Matty Spurs top 6 spot in jeopardy if the Magpies keep winning. Susan, does anyone know why Gordon was in a huff? Was that? Just above that, I'll just go back up. Does anyone know why Gordon was in a huff when he got taken off? So again, for you that haven't seen it, Gordon was taken off in the 94th minute. He'd only came on as a sub at half time. So I think every time a substitute gets subbed off, they always seem to take a huff because they take it as quite a bit of an insult. But I think it's just him wanting to play. I think he's just annoyed. I think he knows he played well, and he was playing well. He was dangerous down that right. He instrumental in the goal, the second goal. So I think he was just annoyed. I think he just wanted to stay on the pitch. I think he knew that he had joy, didn't he, on the counter when he set up Wilson, who should have scored, or Anderson it was. I think he knew that he was going to be a threat, and he was enjoying himself out there, and he was playing well. So I think that's why he wasn't injured. He was just in a huff. I just didn't think he wanted to come off, which is good. I think that's a good sign, me. And Eddie Howe just dragged him away, had a good word with him, and just said, "You need to calm yourself down," which he did. He needed to calm himself down, and then he went up to his seat, went to stand, tried to rip his top off as well. But he came back out on the pitch with the lads to the away fans to travelling to now. We clapped them off. And, we needed that. And I just think that's all right. I think I like that he's the night to come off. If a player's happy to come off, I think that's a bad sign. If he's coming off and he doesn't want to come off, it's good because he wants to perform. And I just think it's the case of a sub being subbed off. But it was literally just Eddie Howe time wasting. It was just him thinking, right, I'll pick Gordon, and we'll bring Richie on. Time wasted. We time wasted about 4 seconds, and then the final whistle went, and the job was done. Massive win for Newcastle. 3rd in the league, 5 wins in a row. Lovely stuff. Cheers for everyone for watching. Nearly 400 people watching. Make sure you just press that thumbs up if you can. Like this video. Subscribe to my channel TV if you haven't already. And enjoy the rest of your weekend, people. See you on the next one.